there, guys. Welcome to August Hill live chat. My name is Sophia. I'm the wine club associate. Emily will be joining me soon, but we are here to talk about an upcoming national holiday this Saturday, which is
Rosé Day.
Yay!
Perfect timing.
See, you just hopped in right at the perfect time.
Yes.
So,
Cheers first. We can't, but yes, cheers.
Cheers. So Saturday is National Rosé Day, which is my favorite.
That's June 13th, by the way, if you're watching this at a different time or you're not even sure what day it is today.
Yeah, well, it happens to all of us. But we're going to talk about all the different rosé wines you can get and enjoy here from August Hill Wineries. So first I'm going to let you start off with the conversation.
Well, what I'm drinking right now is the new vintage of Chamberson Rosé that just came out. Yeah, we're all in love with it here at August Hill.
It's amazing.
I think every single one of us who has tasted it has purchased a bottle, and we're dropping papers
Or
everywhere.
two.
But yeah, a bottle or two. And I think we gave it to a few customers over the weekend. I know that Dave and Lorena really enjoyed it.
They did.
Yeah,
They did.
that was their first time trying it. They're usually more into a dry red, I believe. But I was like, you have to try this new Chamberson Rosé.
Yes, I think it took over. I'm normally a Labelle Rosé girl, which is our dry rosé. But once I taste the Chamberson Rosé, I was just completely enthralled. The flavors are so crisp and fresh and floral, perfect for this summer. And we did enjoy it when we went to the Wine on the Hill this weekend over at the vineyard, which was really fun, and it was a perfect wine because it was very refreshing and very, very good hot weather wine, in my opinion.
If you've had the Chamberson Rosé before, this is definitely different. I think it's still a semi-dry rosé, but it's a lot lighter in its body and in the texture and the way that it feels. So it's got a lot crisper. I feel like it's the perfect complement to the last Chamberson Rosé, which really was perfect for the winter and the warmer weathers. Had a hint of cocoa before that really softened out any spice, whereas this is more
Bold.
acidic. Yeah, bold.
It is very bold.
But soft at the same time.
And yummy.
You just have to try it. It's one of those wines that cannot be described. It's very difficult, and that's when you know that it's really good.
So I'm gonna have a little sip of that.
Yeah.
So where should we start today in our chat about rosés?
Yeah, well, I thought we could go through, we have a bunch of different rosés here at August Hill. I've got them arranged driest to sweetest. So I can start with this half of the table. You can pick up at Demi-Sec or Labelle, whatever you prefer.
Great.
So our first rosé is Pet Nat. The new vintage of Pet Nat is actually a pink sparkling rosé. This is a really cool wine because it is an ancestral method sparkling wine which leaves the yeast inside the bottle after the secondary fermentation. So you can actually see right here along the bottom of the bottle, all of that along there in the rim is the yeast. You can see it kind of built up there. And when we serve Pet Nat, we have to gently swirl the bottle and the yeast begins to rise down. You can see clouds of it falling into the neck of the bottle. That's really cool right there.
Yes. I love how the effects, it's like special effects in wine.
Yes, and then we'll twist it back up and you can see the yeast in there. And so whereas before the Pet Nat was translucent pink, it is now a cloudier pink as the yeast has been remixed back into the bottle. This leads to a creamier texture.
It is, and it's a wonderful sparkling wine, especially for mimosas. With the springtime ending and summer coming up, you want something a little bit tart, refreshing. And I recommend doing Pet Nat with a grapefruit juice.
Yeah.
It would give you a wonderful taste that is refreshing for the hot, humid weather, cleanses the palate, and it doesn't give you that sweet aftertaste that you really just don't like to handle that much in the summer.
And it also, I think that the creaminess of the wine is also really good with a tangy sauce, like some barbecue sauce or some breaded French fries. Something that's cutting through your tongue, and then you want to, it has a little bit of tartness, but then it also has a softness again. So it slices through and then it soothes your tongue from the other taste of your food. So if you're looking for a food pairing, try try this one at a cookout this summer. It will really surprise you.
And it's wonderful. And when this new vintage of Petnat came out, I truly fell in love with it just because it has that grapefruit taste to it almost. And we're moving next to one of our favorites.
Yeah, do you want to start talking? I've already talked about Daisy to them like 17 times. Maybe you should talk.
Okay, well, Desagné is...
I don't want to double touch the bottle.
You don't want to... Okay, well, we're not going to cross-contaminate here.
Yes.
But Desagné, Brut Rosé Desagné is means of the blood. And the grapes are lightly pressed, not crushed, so you get the purest form of the juice. And it has a wonderful crisp, dry flavor, but also has that same bouquet of fruity, light, flirty, sparkling rosé wine.
Yeah, I just want to pause for a second and say, guys, if you are commenting, we have it horizontal today. I didn't realize that we wouldn't be able to see any comments.
No.
I'm not even sure if there are any. I would have to stop, but if you're there, we love you, we appreciate you, we just can't hear you.
But, you know, we're going to just truck along. So,
Yeah.
we're just going to truck along.
We're just going to keep talking.
And
That's what we always do.
That's true. Now, Desagné is my favorite for mimosa sundaes. I just have the mimosa, but without the orange juice. So, that's my favorite kind of mimosa. And, you know, I do enjoy a good mimosa every now and then, but when it comes to Desagné,
I don't mess with perfection.
You don't.
I don't. I leave it alone, just as Mark intended.
Exactly. But this is also one of my favorites when it comes to having dishes that are a little bit on the heavier spice, not spice like as in heat, but as in herbal and aromatic. This is a wonderful sparkling wine that will bring out those fresh herbs that you use in your dishes. And I do recommend it if you're doing anything with like a rosemary, a thyme, a basil, or even a dill. It's gonna make that pop, and it's a wonderful complementary wine. So now we're going to move on
to Brut Ombre Rosé, which is another one of our favorites. I would say that this sparkling wine, first of all, it has a great acidity, so it's perfect to start off with or to pair with foods.
It is.
So, you know, this is a good one to start off a party with, you know, if you're having appetizers, or you can just have it alone. It goes great with fresh fruit, with chocolate, with fish, with chicken, you know, depending on your recipe.
We've had cookies with it
Yeah.
before.
It's pretty good all around. I would say it's not as much of a food pairing workhorse as the Desagné. I'd say go simpler with the Ombre, more straightforward, because it is a straightforward raspberry flavor, whereas the Desagné is more of a two-note, berry bread or berry biscuit, you know, fruity, and then.
But with the Ombre, it's one of those that you don't really have to worry about pairing.
Yeah, it's
if you just want a
great.
good rosé sparkling wine with a lot of wonderful flavor to it. I recommended this to so many people that have come to the tasting room before that are looking to try something different in sparkling wines, that don't want to deal with something too dry or too sweet. It is a drier side rosé, but
it's fruity.
It's fruity. It has a wonderful, wonderful taste to it. So I do highly recommend, if you have not tried this sparkling wine before, please do. You will be pleasantly surprised.
And I think it has a good entry-level price point too for a sparkling wine of this quality and of this deliciousness.
Yeah.
I don't think that you can get such a good experience for $20 as you do with a bottle of Brut Ombre.
And I like to call it the beautiful bridal pink sparkling wine. It has a lovely color. Do we have a little glass?
Yes, we do. We didn't do the Petnat, so I guess we'll drink a little Ombre and then we'll talk about Petnat and Desagné.
Okay.
Or should we talk about Demi-Sec and then we'll try the sparklers and then we'll do the stills?
Demi-Sec is one of the OGs of August Hill.
Dollface.
Yes, used to be called Dollface for those that recall the original names of the ISC wines. But Demi-Sec also is one of our powerhouse pairs and championship.
Yes.
It has gotten quite a few awards in the wine category, but it is a very flirty, sassy, full-bodied, sweeter sparkling wine. So if you don't enjoy the dryness of sparkling wines, Demi-Sec is right above the sweetest of sparkling wines, which would be a dupe. So our Demi-Sec goes really well with desserts. It has hints of cinnamon, chocolate. It has this lush, full body. It is a fun wine to drink on its own. You can pair it with food, but you can drink it alone as well. So don't be afraid to try wines that are outside of your comfort zone. If you are a dry wine drinker, go and outside of that comfort zone just for fun. And I've been doing that lately and have found a lot of fun ways to pair wines.
I've been doing that too.
Yay!
Yeah.
Wine challenge.
Mhm.
I'm okay for that.
Yeah.
So let's see. Now I'm gonna let you talk.
Oh yeah. Well, I would say the demi-sec is definitely really great with desserts. I think it really highlights chocolate desserts very well, particularly a chocolate chip cookie from Chef Rena is very, very delicious with demi-sec.
John and Rena's make the best chocolate chip cookies.
Also, if you're doing maybe like some barbecue ribs, it goes surprisingly well with those.
Well, see, now we have the ribs on the mind because we were talking about
I know,
barbecue
we
ribs today.
Well, she knows I always have ribs on the mind.
And we were talking about the Utica Pork Fest and how that hopefully will be coming out soon, and how we were already planning our barbecue pairings. And we did speak about that last time we had our little wine chat, but now that the temperature has definitely gone up right now, and we're all cooking in the grills and now wanting to heat up the house, don't be afraid to try some rosés with your food that you grill, be it fish, chicken, seafood, or even salads. Or rosé will go with so many dishes, hot or smoking. Now, do you want to check some of our comments? What, or can we
I'm not
do
sure.
that?
Well, you keep talking. I'll go
I,
grab my
I
laptop.
have no problem talking.
She's gonna talk.
I will talk for days, but what I'm going to go on about is also the Wine on the Hill. Last Saturday, I had the experience of going with some dear, dear friends to Wine on the Hill in the August Hill Vineyards, and it was such a beautiful day. It was amazing. We packed our picnic lunches. We also did order from Stone Jug Barbecue and had some dishes brought by delivery. They brought it right up to the Vineyard Hill. And we had such a great time. The music was amazing. The company was amazing. We got to see a couple of our wine club members. Jan, I saw you. You still looked fabulous as always. And it was so nice to see all the people that I haven't been able to see for months. But we had such a great time with Mary Jane, which is my mentor, and Mike, who is our prep chef, original. And we went all full Ravinia style. They may have taken away Ravinia, but we have Ravinia on August Hill. And it was amazing. We had such a great time that I cannot wait till the next time to be able to go again soon. And now you have not gotten to go on the Wine on the Hill yet, have you?
I have not.
I might have to work for you when we go.
Yes. Well, we'll take turns because it's gonna be fun.
It is definitely fun. And even if you're not a wine club member, you can still purchase tickets. You can.
You know, I just get sunburnt up there.
I will put you under a shrub. It's fine. There's lots of lovely foliage up there. But well, poor Emily.
I'm watching myself on the screen 10 seconds behind, taking a sip of wine.
But you have to be a part of this.
Inception.
Oh, this is fun. It's like slow motion. But it's a fun day to get away from the whole hustle and bustle and all the new normal that we're dealing with, and just sit in nature, have wine, listen to music, have wine brought up to you on the hill too. That's great. So you can pre-order your wine, but you can also order wine while you're there and have the wine brought up to your area. So it's very nice.
Did you talk about our times for this weekend?
No, I did not.
So on Friday, Wine on the Hill will be happening from 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. And on Saturday, Wine on the Hill will be happening from 1 to 5. And did you talk about tickets yet?
The tickets are available for sale on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So if you are interested, go on to the page, get your tickets booked. It's per car load.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that there are limits to how many people can be in one car. I'm not certain what those are because we haven't been working with the Wine on the Hill here at the tasting room.
Normally we've got like groups of 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think it might be a maximum of 6 as per the guidelines.
And just check the webpage and make sure there are things that you're allowed to bring, things you're not allowed to bring. So make sure you follow the guidelines and the rules just to make everybody's experience comfortable. But we had a wonderful 4-blanket spread with our coolers and our table, and we even had a candelabra, thanks to Mike. So that was fun. But go on.
Well, I was going to say, now let's do some comments.
Comments!
Before we forget. Because there are actually a lot of them. I'm so happy that you guys were there, even if we couldn't see you. Lori said, hi, Emily and Sophia and Heather. Cheers to you. Dan. Hi, guys. Hi, Dan. He's on the patio. Laura said, hi there. Sarah, hello.
Oh,
One of your friends?
No, but I think that's one of our ones.
Oh, Sarah, hi.
Yes.
Thank you. Sophia texted a whole bunch of people she knew, so
I did kind of like her.
Laura said she wants that wine. Chamberson Rosé, maybe, or maybe one of the other ones.
Well, you had the Chamberson Rosé with me yesterday, so I hope you did enjoy that, because when we had our little wine date out here in our outside area, Laura's one of my good friends that owns the Utica Spice Shop, and she and I shared a bottle of Chamberson Rosé and had a wonderful time eating rose, white chocolate, and raspberry cookies paired along with it, and it was amazing.
Rachel said, I miss August Hill. Can't wait to see you guys again. Can't wait to see you
guys
either.
so much.
We're going to be talking about, after we get done going through the comments, we're going to finish up by talking about last weekend and what to expect next weekend. And there's going to be lots of I miss yous and I love yous, so prepare for that. And Laura said that this is the best place to get wine here in the Midwest.
Oh, I agree.
Caitlin said, hi, girls. Mike, hi, Emily. Hi, Sophie. Jason, yeah, seems like a good time for a drink.
Yes, it does. It's always a good time for wine.
Sue said, I tried and bought Chamberson Rosé for the first time Saturday. Very nice. Oh, so there's a great customer who tried the Chamberson Rosé and loved it.
We love to hear when people taste our wines and enjoy it, or how they paired it too. So if you guys have ideas.
And I forgot, we're gonna also be, tasting and going through the rest of the wines too.
Yes, we have our little flight ready and some glasses.
Then Jason said, we know Sophie can talk until the battery runs dry.
Yeah, thank you. Jason was one of our wine club members till he moved to Dallas, Texas, and we miss him very much.
Vanessa said, hi, ladies.
Oh, that's my sister. I love her so much.
Mary Ann said, hi, sorry I'm late, was rescuing my gazebo.
Oh no! We have a little bit of a high wind problem today in Illinois.
Maybe I will move the camera around so everyone can look out our window. It's actually quite tame at the moment compared to how it was.
It was not good earlier.
Earlier there were umbrellas lifting up off the ground. Not ours though, thankfully.
No, we brought ours in. We know better.
Okay, help me line her up.
When it comes to the valley winds of Utica, we know we do not mess around. So, what else do we have for comments?
Okay,
Anyone else wanting to get in the conversation?
We're getting there. Vanessa said, I can't be there since I'm in Florida, but I want to join your wine club.
Oh, yes. I will call you.
Let's see. Marianne said her niece Julia made it to the patio her first time on Saturday.
Oh,
that's so
happy.
nice.
Yes, our patio is open. By the way, I'm not sure if a lot of people are aware of that, but our patio is open now. We have less seating than what we normally did have, just due to, respecting the guidelines that our government has given us for our safety. So if you are interested in adding for a wait list for that, make sure you vocalize that when you call in to get into our wait list, because the patio is a wonderful area, as we all remember, and it is also very Instagram friendly.
And yeah, it's beautiful. Sorry, I'm reading comments. It's beautiful out there. I took a picture this weekend that I just put up, I believe, on the August Hill page, and yeah, we're really happy to have everyone back here again. It's so exciting to see customers in here, see people's faces, even if it's only from here up.
I know, and it's gotten to the point now that we were just, as much as I love my coworkers, I got tired of looking at their faces every day. I miss my customers. I mean, Emily, you are like a daughter to me. But there were times where we're like, hey, just walking.
Well, I think we took about 2 weeks to quarantine, because it's like, I love you, but I'm coming in to see you more than I'm seeing myself, I feel like.
I know, it's like you're my work wife.
Yes.
And it was like, Emily, and we share snacks. But with our snack sharing, we have come up, this whole quarantine gave us fun ideas of pairing. So, I did mention last week about rosés being an excellent wine, depending on what level of heat you have, for dishes like Indian food. If you are like me, that you enjoy a wonderful chicken tikka masala, butter chicken, or just anything with curry. I do recommend you have it with a rosé. But one thing a lot of people don't realize, you can also pair this with Latin American dishes that have maybe a little heat or a little cumin. It's going to make those seasons pop. So when you have something like, let's say, a Cuban pork or cubano, an empanadilla, some tacos, you're going to want to try something like a rosé. Depending on the heat level that you have, you want to go a little sweeter on the wines. So what's your favorite wine to have? Like, let's say if you have taco night.
You're giving me the worst example because you know that I'm not. Everyone's gonna hate me. I'm not a huge taco person.
Okay, let's go.
But you know, I'm
outside
willing
of your
to try. I'm
comfort
willing to
zone.
try. But you're saying it's like a Latin dish, or
Like a Latin dish.
you know what? I prefer like a spicier food.
Yeah.
Like I like really spicy food, so I'd probably choose something.
So like if it's something like spicy seafood,
Yeah, but
like a spicy shrimp.
I'm allergic to shellfish.
Well, then I picked the wrong answers today, didn't we? But if you go in something with heat, you're going to want to tame it with something sweeter. So don't go into too much of the drier areas of wine because you want something to lessen the effect of the casings of the heat.
But if you are a drier wine drinker, then a dry rosé is a good way to go.
Yeah, or if you're like me and you want the heat and you enjoy the heat, you don't want it to die,
Yeah, you're like the
go drier.
Yes. So I think that the Labelle and the Chamberson Rosé, they let you kind of savor the heat without completely eliminating it, but they take down just that little bit that's too much, and it really mellows it out so that you can enjoy all of the different flavor aspects of eating a spicier food without losing it, but without like needing to drown yourself in milk afterwards.
No, well, I rather taste the food than not the heat. So what is our next?
We still got comments.
Oh, we have more comments.
Well, yes,
I love comments.
We're still getting
Talk
through
to us,
them.
people. We miss people so much.
Sorry, Laura, I can't go through all of your comments.
Oh, Laura.
But she's been very supportive.
Oh, God,
we
we
will
love
definitely
Laura.
make sure you get to try some more Chamberson Rosé.
Definitely.
Kenzie from Peace of Mind said,
Oh,
"Miss you,
Kenzie.
ladies."
Oh,
Hi,
hey,
Kenzie.
we missed your food.
Yes. Can I have some mac and cheese or grilled cheese,
Or the
please?
taco salad.
And then Marianne said that Brad is also watching from Columbus, Indiana,
Really?
Hi, Brad.
Well,
Thanks
hello
for
there.
taking us national.
I love it. We cross borders. Well,
Yes.
now we're Florida too, because my sister's watching from
Yeah, we've
Cocoa
been
Beach.
national.
So we're spreading out.
Mike said Chamberson Rosé is fantastic,
Yes, he did have it on.
and I don't drink rosé regularly.
No,
Amy?
it's more of a Scotch drinker.
Said Wine on the Hill was amazing. Walked away with 6 bottles, and then she put a heart in a wine glass. Love it.
It was so much fun.
And then Jason said Dallas is 102 degrees with a 127 heat index today. Please send wind.
I recommend a Labelle Rosé or possibly a
And then Marianne said I drink Niagara with my spicy food. That's a good option.
Yes.
And then Mike said don't like tacos. Blasphemy. So
Emily!
you see, you got me in trouble already.
I didn't mean to. It was just
You
we're
just
not
forgot. You knew, but you forgot.
Taco Gate. But now
I will try a taco, but it's just been a while, and I'm like, I don't know what I would pair with a taco. I haven't had one of them.
Emily is like, you sung me the other day. You said you've never had a sloppy Joe in your life.
I used to be a really, really picky eater, and now I'm just getting over it. But I'm also so busy that I don't have time to try new food.
No, as a mom, I'm gonna be like, here's your food and eat. But now let's give other ideas. We're moving
Let's
on.
taste our sparklers before they go flat, and let's go to the stills.
Okay, so what are we gonna start with? I'll let you do the pet nap because I
Okay.
know that's one of your favorites.
Is it?
Is it?
I like it. I think Dessigné, Ombre, Chamberson Rosé, and Labelle. But also Vignoles, Saval. I'm trying to think of my favorites.
I just grabbed the demi-sec and
You should start drier.
I know,
Because
but
it's so.
I just wanted to smell it, and I definitely smell the chocolate in that one. It is amazing. So I'm going to go to the Dessigné, which is one of my favorites. And as you can tell, I wish you could look up close. I wish we could do a little zoom, but the quality of the bubbles, as you can see, the smaller and the more frequent the bubble, the better quality of sparkling wine there is. So you can see the tiny little bubbles if you were up close in an HD, but we are not. So we're just going to go into imagination land. And it is a wonderful, wonderful wine. So cheers to you.
Cheers. Oh, I already
Air
started.
cheers.
Air cheers.
Oh, that's so good.
I keep trying to think of what the Pet Nat reminds me of because it is very reminiscent of something.
A Paloma.
A Paloma? Okay.
Have you ever had a Paloma drink? It's with grapefruit juice.
Something that I had before I was 21. It reminds me of.
Or a salty dog.
Did not have a salty dog.
Oh, those are great by the poolside.
But it is very creamy, but also
They have a bit of tartness to it.
yes, and the bubbles themselves. It's very much that grapefruit flavor. That's why it goes so good with grapefruit juice. It does have a.
It is great, and it's like a great summer refresher, like I said. So we're going to move on next to you'll have the Brut Ombre.
Oh, so we're switching favorites.
We are.
We're switching favorites. Okay, she'll take the Designée.
Well, I already did the Designée. I'm going to do the demi set.
Oh, okay, so
No,
no one's
going
gonna drink the Designée.
Oh, I already drank it.
Oh, okay. There's a little lip print.
Well, if you notice, there's
Case
some
closed.
Anastasia Beverly Hills right there. But when we so with the Brut Ombre Rosé, what's your favorite pairing with it, other than chocolate chip cookies? Or
I pair it with everything.
well, yeah, pretty much.
There's a bottle of. I have a bottle of the yellow one in my fridge right now. The old one. 2 vintages
Oh, where
ago.
it was very, very pale, like bridal pink, almost ivory.
Yellow.
Yeah.
No, not ivory. It is a slightly orangish yellow. Very different.
It was
Because
different.
the interesting thing about the Ombre Rosé is the color changes from vintage to vintage.
Depending on every bottle of our sparkling wine is done with the traditional method, so it's like its own thing.
Well, except for the Ilnatic and the Pet Nat. That's what sets them apart.
I'll have to add that one next week.
The Ilnatic.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta. Well, I think that we're gonna have to just do next week maybe. We're gonna have a miniature barbecue. You got a George Foreman grill anywhere? She's got everything.
Well, yes, I do have my Mary Poppins bag of tricks, but I don't know if the state would let us do it in Orange.
Oh,
we might
could
have
do
to
it on
talk
the
to
patio.
Oh, well, the patio.
Well-
Yes, the patio would be safer for everyone involved.
I just mean we'll have to talk about cookout pairings. 'Cause
Yes!
That's the hot topic of discussion right
And
now.
potlucks.
And potlucks.
Yes, because when Nana's potato salad comes out, you want to know what you're going to have with it. Now I'm going to have the demi-sec, which like mentioned before, I can smell the chocolate bouquet, and it's so rich, and that little hint of cinnamon. You can just pick it up right away when it comes to the bouquet of the wine, and this is just, I like to call this the pre-bedtime sparkling wine, because it's kind of like a dessert. I like to actually have something as a drink or a dessert wine instead of having an actual dessert, just because I have impulse control issues when it comes to pastries. But with the demi-sec,
she got me going this weekend. It was
I'm so
Supervisor
sorry.
Cindy's birthday, and about 20 Mexican pastries were brought.
and salsa and guacamole.
And salsa and
Queso.
guacamole, and I did not eat breakfast that day, so when a whole bunch of breakfast rolled up, I was quite hungry.
The conchas and all the sweet
They were
breads.
so good. Oh, you have to tell me what that one.
Oh, Rebecca!
Rebecca's here. Come say hi.
Rebecca, come here! We have Rebecca here, and now she's like looking at me like she's gonna kill me.
Well,
So, Rebecca, why don't you come and tell us what your
You
favorite
can
rosé
just-
is?
yeah, what's your favorite rosé?
Rebecca is one of our sales geniuses here. So,
Hi.
we kind of, she's also my favorite fellow crazy cat lady. We are. Well, we're just crazy.
Or all the above.
All the above. So we're talking rosés because Saturday is National Rosé Day.
Hallelujah.
Should we tilt the camera?
Yeah, I'll adjust.
We're gonna have you come in here.
Why don't I hear? I'll just
Why am I here?
Hang on, we're gonna scooch forward, and then Rebecca can stand right behind us.
Rebecca, you need to join us. This is gonna be wonderful. Rebecca is also one of my fellow show tune enthusiasts.
Okay, yes. We got a special surprise guest. This is like a real talk
Oh,
show.
this is like Merv Griffin.
Are you gonna ask me all the questions?
Like, what's your favorite color? No.
Okay.
What's
I
your
don't
favorite?
have
Actually,
to-
we're gonna start. What's your
We're
favorite?
gonna move the
rosé?
table back now.
What is your
Okay.
favorite August Hill Rosé right now?
That's a difficult question to answer.
I'm gonna interview you like it's Larry King.
Because the Pet Nat Rosé is absolutely fantastic.
It is.
The raspberry infusion is fantastic.
Yes, we didn't bring the raspberry or the Mardi
We didn't
Gras.
bring the infusions, but raspberry, Mardi Gras, and Angel could technically qualify as rosés.
The
Just-
Brut Ombre Rosé is so good. The Labelle Rosé in the past has been my favorite. But the Chamberson Rosé is also. They're just buy them all.
Buy
They're
them all.
fantastic.
If you
And
can have
drink them
rosé
all.
all day.
They're all so good.
I love rosé.
You can't go wrong with a rosé, in my opinion.
No, and you know,
I mean, even I am a drier drinker, but even the sweet catawba it's just delicious.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And sometimes on a really hot summer, sun blaring down, sweating like too much, a sweet catawba is fantastic.
And we got sangria season coming up.
yes.
And a lot of people don't know you can still make a sangria with rosé.
Oh yeah.
And it comes out amazing. I would highly recommend it just because the traditional method of sangria, you add a little brandy to it. And with your fresh fruits of choice. So with a rosé, I would go more into tropical fruits.
Mhm.
Maybe like nectarines, peaches, mangoes, pineapple, and a little bit of brandy, a little bit of sugar.
Remember to enunciate.
Enunciate.
Brown
Brown
A
sugar.
little bit of brandy, a little bit of brown sugar.
And that's my secret, is a little brown sugar or maybe a pinch of cinnamon, depending if you're trying to kick up the sweetness of it. So I did
Ooh.
give you one of my secrets. You're not
Yeah.
getting my
Ooh.
pimento cheese recipe, guys.
I
I'm sorry.
bet demi-sec would taste really good with ginger snap cookies.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a little different.
So we would like to hear on your comments what your favorite rosés for August Hill are. And even if we don't have them spotlighted here, we could include our Angel of Hope, which the proceeds of each bottle sale goes to the American Breast Cancer Relay for Life. And also the Mardi Gras, which was made with co-collaboration from Cajun Connection. Hi, Cajun Ron. And I love your pecan pie. And
Can't wait to get back there.
I know, it's
Yeah.
so good. And then the other one that what am I forgetting? Are raspberry infusion, which is amazing for mimosas in the summer. I do recommend that one.
Or throw some ice cream in there. If it's just too
Close.
hot of a day, you're just done.
yeah, we did discover
good.
we have been trying wine floats here in August Hill, and one
I
that
had some problems. with
she's
that.
had some problems. She's like, my clothes aren't fitting right. I had to bring wine floats. But stay tuned for next week. We're going to do some fun wine float ideas, including.
She's just planning everything for next week.
I am. We're doing this. We're going to have floats. We're going to have floats with ice cream, gelato, and
We're gonna
sorbet.
have floats in the pool. One
Oh,
one
we
episode.
should.
We're gonna open up my pool when that opens up.
Is it an inflatable one or the roll?
It's not an inflatable one.
Is it a kiddie pool?
No, I will do it. I'll just sit in the pool. But with Rosé National Day, this is one of my favorite type of wines right now. I'm a summer rosé person. Most people go into the white wines or the red wines depending on the season. I think rosé goes for it every season. So don't be afraid to try it with dishes that you're not used to pairing it with. So you have nachos, have a rosé.
Yeah, we were talking right before we started off, kind of talking about our favorite wines, and I'm like, gosh, I think I must really like rosé.
Yeah, we
You know?
do. All of our favorite, like,
Well,
you
I
and
think that
have
Mark makes amazing
He
rosés.
does.
He makes amazing everything. But
Well,
those
yeah, he
rosés have like that really nice fruity acid punch that I'm like, yes, I love it.
Yeah.
And,
And-
hints of floral.
Because other rosés
Hints of fruit.
don't always do the trick for me.
No, some are either too sweet or too
Yeah.
acidic, and I've not found one that I like other than August Hill. And I'm not being biased just because before I worked here, I was a member for almost 11 years. So I'm speaking from what I like, and I'm not one of those people to candy coat things. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I like. And August Hill does make the best rosés that I've had in the Midwest region, and I'd have to say the U.S. I would
Oh.
have to.
Well, we got two more comments.
Ooh, comments.
Kenzie said, "You ladies look great." BTW with a heart. Thank you, Kenzie. Always great to hear. And then Suzanne posted that Nikki's Massive Burrito will have a food truck at Wine on the Hill this weekend.
Get out.
And
So-
Christina Eltravogue is there,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Katie Bell and the Bell Rangers, and we're working.
Yes.
We'll be here.
And then she said, what rosé pairs best with burritos? You know,
Ooh,
This
depends.
is
What
your-
kind of burrito are we having? Are we having beef, pork, pastor,
Just give us
carnitas?
all of
Well, if you're going into the spicy pork dishes, I would go into something like a Chamberson rosé. Now, if we're going to go chicken, I recommend LaBelle. If we're doing a vegetarian, LaBelle will work too, or maybe Catawba, depending on how much spice you put into it. You want to have a little fun?
Bye,
Throw some
Dave.
bubbles in it.
Bye, Dave. Dave does not want to be on camera, but
Rebecca doesn't want to be either, but I'm here.
But here you are.
you're allowed to leave if you need to leave.
I do. I need to
You
take
can,
care.
yeah,
I just
you
got back and
Scooch out of
yeah.
the shot. Oh, I'm
Bye,
sorry,
guys.
Sophia.
Good to see ya.
So it all
Thank you,
depends
Rebecca.
on-
You were awesome.
Like I said before, your heat levels,
We
right?
kidnapped her.
I know. I love when we have those kind of like fun, impromptu, awkward moments.
Okay, continue with your burrito speech.
Okay, so yes, it depends on the level of heat and the level of savory. So if you have something that has a lot more dependency on spices, I would go on a drier side. If you're going on dependency of heat, I would go on a sweeter side. Also, your palate is going to tell you what you want. So don't really, if you feel like having a sweeter wine with something that would go with the drier wine and you enjoy it, go for it. Nobody should tell you how to enjoy your wine.
Exactly. We were talking about this with Dave, I believe, just the other day, or I'm pretty sure he said, you know, like, this is the wine that will pair well with this, and this is a good secondary option, but you know what pairs best? Your favorite wine.
Your favorite
you know,
wine.
the wine that you want to drink.
Exactly.
And I also came up with an answer to your question when you said, what's your favorite pairing with Blue Ombre Rosé? And August Hill pretzel. Because you know that I love pretzels, and I come in,
I
you
miss
know,
those pretzels.
and I get a glass of ombre, and
Because you're worth it.
yes, because I'm worth the sparkling
Treat
wine
yourself.
and a pretzel. In the past, of course, because any day that we've been open, I have been here, so I have not enjoyed my pretzels lately. But I'm
I
looking
do
forward
miss
to
when
the
our
day.
lounge opens up and we have our full menu and I get to see all of my favorite people.
Mhm.
And it's so nice now serving and working the floor like I used to. It might help me get rid of some of the quarantine pounds I have packed on.
Mhm. Okay,
We're not going to talk about those.
Yeah.
That's bad memory.
we're going to talk about the 3 still rosés that we have.
Okay, our
And you can have this LaBelle if you want it, or you got that LaBelle right there.
I do have a little.
Okay, then
So
we
you
can
have-
both sip some LaBelle and talk about it.
Okay, so let's start talking about LaBelle.
LaBelle
which is
Rosé.
my OG favorite. It is a Provence style dry rosé. It is amazing. It has wonderful, wonderful citrus and white rose petal finish to it. I do enjoy having this as a standalone wine or pairing it with seafood or a lighter creamy pasta. It's a great palate cleanser that has an aromatic, like, potency to it.
Mhm.
So if you're not wanting to do, like, let's say if you're having a heavier pasta dish or a creamier pasta dish, you're going to want something that's a palate cleanser, which is normally a Pinot Grigio, a Chardonnay, a Syrah Blanc, but a rosé is also a wonderful alternate if you go into the Provence style drier rosés, which are very popular, of course, thanks to France. Thank you, France.
And I love the LaBelle Rosé. When I first started working at August Hill, fairly soon after I began, Club Blanc left the menu, and then there was.
We don't talk about.
I know we. I've heard.
I'm having issues still. It hurts. It's too soon, Emily. We don't.
Well,
talk
maybe
about
one day. I don't know. Maybe one day Mark will bring it back and
No, and
grace us all with his
we're too
presence.
sensitive.
Okay. But, you know, very quickly, Club Blanc was and then I think there was a short period of time when Chardonnay was not on the menu because that came
Yes.
out in November.
They were working on. Mark was working on the new vintage, which is amazing.
And
we
so-
have that at Thanksgiving.
The LaBelle was the driest thing on the menu, aside from the sparklers, which to me they don't seem dry because they're so they never seem dry because they're so fruity and so bubbly that I'm like, yes, this is just like a soda. You know, it tastes like candy to me. And so I tried this wine. I was previously drinking maybe like some raspberry infusion,
Yes, you were.
some Chamberson Rosé.
I remember the first day you came into the tasting room
Yeah.
as a non-employee.
Yes, and we met and we talked about TV. For some reason, I met this woman. She came up. I was with Jacob. She came up and we started talking to him. I assumed she was an employee. I had a feeling that just said, talk to her. She's just got something special. And now we're amazing friends.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
And we're Rosé buddies.
Yes.
So I would like you guys to come please down to August Hill and Saturday. Wear something pink.
Yes.
Something pink, just anything. Just a little rose in your hair, a little pin, a little something, and celebrate National Rosé Day. And have fun with it, because during this hard time that we're dealing with, so much stress and so many things, it's a great time to have fun. So let yourself have a little mental vacation. Come down. We have our front street area open with tables with our wait list available. We have our patio open. We also have the wine on the hill with live music, and you can bring your picnic in and coolers. And it is a wonderful thing that we're just, August Hill wants you to know that we're all about enjoying wine and enjoying friends and family. So please come down, enjoy, take the weight off your shoulders, and just have a great time. It's National Rosé Day. How can you not have a great day? Look at the world through rosé colored
Glasses.
glasses.
Just everyone's walking around like,
Yes, like that. Exactly. But this is a fun time. So let's have our little national wine holidays and our little celebrations. Next week we'll see what we're going to be celebrating. We have notes.
yes.
Okay.
Also, if you're making any more comments, my laptop has officially died, so I cannot see them at this time. But thank you so much.
But thank you guys for joining us, and
We still
love
have 2 more
and-
wines.
Oh,
Well, we've already talked about the Chambersons. Let's talk
But-
about Catawba
Sweet Catawba.
briefly.
Okay, Sweet Catawba was one of our most popular wines when we were making rosés, and it's also a great wine to make with chill. It is a wine that's used as the base wine for our Mardi Gras, which is one of our most popular infusions, and also the lead host of our Mardi Gras parade here, so it's very popular. But it is a sweeter rosé, has a kind of like a
Custard, well, watermelon. I get watermelon.
watermelon, custardy, creamy watermelon is what I would say, and it goes great with really spicy dishes. So if you have something that is a 5-alarm, you're gonna want some Catawba. If you want something sweet as a dessert, it is a wonderful dessert wine as well. It is a great sweet rosé.
Yeah, I kind of get like, I understand what you're saying about custard. I know we talked about this. I kind of almost get like a somewhere in between custard and sherbet, because you're just trying to say sweet texture,
And creamy.
sweet and creamy,
Yeah.
like sweet and that texture that comes with sweet things.
It does jump out at you, and I have done some pairings
very
with Catawba,
thick.
and it works really well. Even if you're not a sweet wine drinker, don't be afraid to pair wines outside of your comfort zone, because we did pair one of our newsletter chicken dishes I made, which was a chicken and wine recipe that was in our last 2 newsletters. And I am not a very big sweet wine drinker, but Niagara to me went perfectly with that dish, and it just blended so well. So don't be afraid to pair wines outside of your comfort zone for your palate.
Yeah, I was just looking at, it's just quite viscous, you know. It coats your tongue with that sweetness, and so it really,
No, see, now you're gonna make people eat up
a little bit of sweet Catawba,
I'm
yeah.
having Catawba envy.
It's very fun and fruity,
So,
just easy to drink, simple.
Shall we wrap this up?
Yes, we are officially wrapping things up, because we both probably need to get home and stop drinking wine.
Well,
Yeah. Well, thanks to everyone for joining us.
thank you so much for all the friends, families, wine club members,